Weather portion of Ag Week. Now, this continues to be one extraordinary winter season in the Midwest and Northern Plains region, making me wonder just a little bit what's going to be going on as we get into springtime. Let me explain. First of all, the drought monitor. California drought conditions continue to improve, and as you'll see in a minute, the forecast will have another couple of onslaughts of moisture, lower elevation rain, mountain snows, so that situation will continue to improve. Drought conditions have actually been worsening in parts of the southern plains, including some of the winter wheat areas, and this bears watching. There will be some chances of precipitation in February, thunderstorms down in the southern plains, but we'll see how prolific they end up being. Across the Corn Belt and the northern plains, there really is not any significant area of dry weather right now. Plenty of snowfall across North Dakota, well over a foot in many areas of northern and eastern North Dakota, northwestern South Dakota, but when you get south of about the Fargo area, the snow is not really all that impressive. And with the forecast coming in, a lot of this area south of Fargo is going to be wide open. No snow anywhere, and that begs the question, are we getting into an early spring? Are we going to have not enough moisture come planting season? Not too panicky about that yet, but it's something to watch. Jet stream, of course, has gone crazy far north. That's keeping much of the plain states in very mild weather, and that will by and large continue through the week. There will be some minor cool downs, especially in the Great Lakes area, but Arctic air is just remaining way up in the Arctic right now. So all through this week, the Great Plains, the Midwest, generally pretty mild weather. Even if we cool down a little bit, it would be fairly temporary. And I really don't see much change coming in that. As far as moisture goes, over the weekend, late last week, a big northeastern snowstorm, another snowstorm, probably not quite as nasty, headed for the northeastern states this week. There will be a chance of some stormy weather across the south. Not positive how much of that will be getting into the Oklahoma area. Great Plains generally pretty dry. Pacific Northwest, late this week, another round of significant rain is looking likely. Second week, what happens to this little cool area in northwestern Canada? I don't see much penetration into the U.S. Jet stream should keep the mild air over pretty well dominating the United States, and except for the higher elevations of the Rockies, don't really expect much of a cool down. The Rockies and the Pacific Northwest coast is where the moisture will be in late February. Probably one more round of stormy weather across the south, maybe getting into Oklahoma. Meanwhile, looking down into the southern hemisphere, a little bit drier than average in South America. And over on the other side, there's some significant rains coming into Western Australia. So here's what we're looking at. A way above average weather pattern with very little precipitation, maybe in early spring.